the Gen X Music Show, where I'm sharing some of my favorite songs from the late 80s through 90s in the alternative rock, art rock, emo rock, avant-garde rock genre that you may not have ever even heard of. I'm Wendy Morrison from the band Mercury 5, and today's song is another 4AD band. Thus far, we have heard Lush and Love and Rockets, which were 4AD bands. And today I am sharing Dead Can Dance and their song, the Ubiquitous Mr. Lovegrove, from their 1993 album Into the Labyrinth. Now, Dead Can Dance was formed in 1981 in Australia. A couple, Brendan Perry and Lisa Gerard, they then migrated to London, which is probably associated with their signing on the label, the British label 4AD, my fave. Anyway, and they continue to make music to this day, very, very much an art rock band, and they have consisted of different players over the years, most notably Paul Erickson, Simon Monroe, James Pinker, Scott Roger, Richard Yale, Peter Ulrich, and John Bonner have been members of Dead Can Dance. And they put on a really incredible show. They're a mixture, very interesting mixture of African poly rhythms, Gregorian chanting, Gaelic folk, and Middle Eastern influenced music. That's their hybrid. So yeah, they have a very, very eclectic sound, to say the least, but just very visual, emotional landscapes of sonic sound, you know, rhythms, patterns. And the Ubiquitous Mr. Lovegrove is definitely one of my favorites. It's so mysterious and deep and complex. And I'm super excited to share it with you today as I continue down this path of sharing my favorite 4AD bands. So without further ado, here is Dead Can Dance doing the Ubiquitous Mr. Lovegrove.
That you knew it all. Well, you'd seen it 10 times before. Thought that you were the one. In darkness my heart was one. I love slow but deep, feigned affection wash over me. don't believe you. I thought that you had it down, with both your feet on the ground. I thought that you were the one. In darkness my heart was won. I love slow, slow but deep, feigned affections wash over me. You build me up, then you knock me down. You play the fool while I play the clown. We keep time to the beat of an old slave drum. You raise my hopes and you raise the odds. You tell me that I dream too much, that I'm doing time in a domestic graveyard. I don't believe you anymore. I don't believe you. Never let it be said I wasn't true. I never found a hole inside of you. Never let it be said I wasn't true. I gave you all my time. I gave you all my time.
And we're back. What did you think about that? Pretty sensuous song, isn't it? Very, very, very deep. Yeah, I really dig that. And I hope you did too. And if you did, maybe you could subscribe. Because then you'll hear more, especially in my continuing of the 4AD bands. And if you know somebody that would like this content and type of material, maybe you could share. And if you liked this episode, maybe you can like the episode. But more importantly to me, if you could make a comment, tell me what you think. Have you heard of Dead Can Dance before? Do you like what you've heard? Does it remind you of anybody? Anyway, any comments are appreciated because I love to hear what you think. That's why I'm sharing for your reaction to these songs. It's not about my reaction. I've heard them. I love them. My reaction is, yay! Anyway, so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the Ubiquitous Mr. Lovegrove by Dead Can Dance. And I hope to see you back again. And thank you for liking rock music. And thank you for being here. And rock on.